The massive U.S. military vessel and its support fleet is on a four-nation training trek through the Caribbean.
Although it was built for amphibious warfare, amphibious landings, this ship is incredibly versatile. Dunston Hall in particular was the first U.S. Navy ship that responded to the Haitian crisis. Right now we're a perfect platform for doing subject matter exchanges and training evolutions in cooperation with different partner nations like we're doing here in Belize.
It is carrying over 300 Navy and Marine Corps personnel who are providing training for Belize Defense Force soldiers and Belize National Coast Guard personnel. Lieutenant Colonel David Jones is the Chief of Staff for the BDF.
They're providing training for us at Price Barracks, at the Hatterville Range, and also at Ballybeacon. They're doing jungle warfare training with our instructors in Ballybeacon. They're doing rifle training at the Hatterville Range, and at Price Barracks they're doing martial arts training, they're doing water survival training, and they're doing combat medic training.
According to the skipper of the vessel, Captain John F. Meyer, the ship's versatility makes it ideal for working in this region where drug runners often use the Caribbean Sea for the movement of northbound narcotics.
Well, I will tell you that the Caribbean waters are notoriously not as well charted as some of the other waters in the world. So the surveys that have gone on in these areas are not quite as current. Hurricanes do periodically change some of the waterscape, but this ship's very, very maneuverable. We've got
being in operation here in the Caribbean, where you know it's a major drug running route. If you come in contact with a drug boat, are you capable of defending yourself or taking on a drug boat?
Absolutely. Dunston Hall is certainly capable of defending herself in a host of ways. We have numerous onboard weapon systems. We have watchstanders that are constantly on the lookout for small craft of that nature, and we would have no problem encountering and defending or apprehending a drug running boat.
The USS Dunston Hall LSD-44 dropped anchor in the Belize harbor on February 24th as part of the Amphibious Southern Partnership Station 2011. It is carrying a complement of 300 Navy and Marine personnel.
It's an exchange program. We've been to Colombia and to Guatemala prior to here. We work with the local military and the local community. We've done some community outreach projects, training missions. We go down and we send our experts ashore to interface with local experts and try and learn from each other. Things that we can teach them, they can teach us, and then just foster some relationships on a personal level and on a national level between our country and then our two militaries.
And they're providing training for us at Price Barracks, at the Hatterville Range, and also at Ballybeacon. They're doing jungle warfare training with our instructors in Ballybeacon. They're doing rifle training at the Hatterville Range, and at Price Barracks they're doing martial arts training, they're doing water survival training, and they're doing combat medic training. Apart from that, they're also providing EOD training, explosive ordnance disposal, and they brought one of the little robots with them that they do counter IEDs with them.
Lieutenant Colonel Jones says that the explosives training will go a long way in improving the capabilities of locals to deal with this kind of eventuality.
That is probably one of the most important training we're getting from them, because we haven't been getting our troops trained in improvised explosive device or working with grenades. And these guys that are here with us now, they're providing this 8 days training that the guys are getting hands-on with the little robot that they used to go and look at the device, see what it looks like before they can approach it and render it safe.
Now, how will that training come in for the BDF after this ship leaves?
Okay, after the ship leaves, then these guys will just have to practice what they've learned. The same equipment that these guys brought with them, the BDF has the similar equipment. Unfortunately, we have limited amount of people that are able to deal with these threats. So after this ship has left now, we'll have a few more people that at least has an idea of how to deal with such situations.
The situation of handling grenades is not the only subject being covered in this exchange. The officers are also being taught how to intercept non-compliant crafts at sea. I believe that the men and women on board this vessel, their training is more enhanced, having visited Colombia, Guatemala, and now Belize?
Absolutely. Without a doubt, the training's been enhanced. If you look at, in particular, what the Marine Corps has been doing, the training that we've gotten with all three of the host nations, all three are jungle nations, and they provide fantastic jungle warfare, jungle training areas. And I would tell you that is something that we have benefited from greatly.
And the benefits of the training run both ways, as the local participants also say they have gained a lot from the exercise.
We focus mostly on all types of boarding, small vessels, large vessels. Especially, it means a lot for the Coast Guard because we're not, we haven't been trained primarily on taking down larger vessels, just because, as you see, we don't have that many large vessels in Belize. So the U.S. Navy counterparts here have facilitated that information or that training for us to get that exposure in learning how to board these large vessels.
So this will help you in your career?
Most definitely. As you've seen, there are so many different small spaces, so many different unknowns. It's a very challenging task. So the training was primarily for as I said, the BDF, the Coast Guard. So we've learned how to cooperate, learn how the different forces work together. We can trust each other now. We know each other's capabilities, and it just has helped us tremendously.
It enhances our capabilities, and it makes us a better person in our job aspects, no? Yeah.
And how will you use that training after this exercise is over?
In worst case scenario, we can approach and board vessels.
The USS Dunston Hall is scheduled to pull up anchor this weekend and return to the United States. How long has the USS Dunston Hall been in operation?
Dunston Hall was commissioned in 1989, and we recently had a midlife upgrade that will take us out for another 20 years.
And so far as this vessel's presence in this region, has it taken part in humanitarian assistance in our region?
Yes, we've done some community outreach projects at schools in Guatemala, Puerto Barrios, Livingston, and we've done schools in exchange with schools in Coveñas, Colombia. They're also doing some exchanges here in Belize with an orphanage and a couple of local schools.
Reporting for Love News, I am Patrick Jones.